ideas. So in that we have studied about line, line segment tray, and after that about curves we have discussed in the last class. Now today we are going to discuss about angles. So fourth chapter is basic geometrical ideas. In this first exercise, we have studied about line, line segment tray and everything. And after that, we have discussed about curves, open curves, closed curves, simple curves, polygons, interior, exterior, and the boundary of a figure. All those topics we have discussed till last class. Now we are going to discuss about angles. Angles are nothing but where we are getting the angles actually. So first suppose observe clock. In the class we will get small hand, and so suppose like this I have two angles. Okay, I have two hands of the clock. Only two hands I have. I'm not showing second hand. Only two hands, that is hours and minute hands are there. Now some of the angle is forming while they are rotating. Yes or no? They are not at fixed position. Yes. So while they are rotating, they are forming some of the angles. So whenever two rays or whatever, here these hands are representing like this only, one ray, other ray. These two rays are meeting at right angle. So like that they are forming the angles. So depending on their rotation. So suppose now I want to mention 325, like this it will come. So here this angle is forming, another angle is forming. When two rays or two sides are meeting at one point, then angles are formed. Means at corners angles are forming. Just observe door. While you are opening the door and between the door and wall, the door, for suppose like this I have. So when I am opening the door like this, for suppose somewhat I have opened. In this case, observe here some of the angle is forming, yes or no, between door and wall. So angle formed when door is open, and the angle is formed between the hands of two clocks, two hands of the clock. Whenever two things we are taking, whenever two corners are meeting at one point, whenever two sides are meeting at one corner, they are forming an angle. Okay, I hope you understood where we are getting the angles. To get angle compulsory, we must have one of the common point. Means, for suppose I am drawing two lines like this. So here they are meeting at point. So they are forming angles also. Some of the angles were formed at this point. Whenever one of the common point, if we are getting between any object, so compulsory we will get the angles. Here in this figure, total 4 angles are formed. 1, 2, 3, 4. And how to name those angles? So suppose I am showing two rays, ray OA and another ray OB. O is the common point for OA and OB. Ray OA, ray OB are meeting at O. Yes or no? So they are forming the angle at O. So symbolically it is denoted by like this. And in this figure, what are the different terms we have for this angle? What is the angle? First of all, identify. So wherever that gap is forming, wherever those two are meeting, those two rays are meeting, they are forming the angle. That means angle in this figure is angle O. Since we are using this symbol to denote the angle. simply we can write with one letter. But even though we have another name also for this, observe here angle O is my angle. So that one we have to write compulsory in middle. Remaining letters A and B I will place them. Angle AOB is simply angle O, otherwise we can write as angle AOB. AOB, anti-clockwise direction. Clockwise direction means like this it will move. Hands of the clock, how we are moving like this. Hands of the clock. That is clockwise direction. Now I am writing A to B, that is AOB, anti-clockwise direction. Sorry, it is clockwise direction. AOB, rotation, like this only it will move now, that is clockwise direction. And anti-clockwise direction. In that case, how we are naming that? That is same angle O is the angle, actual angle. And what are the remaining letters? A and B. AB I have written. Now interchange the letters. BOA. So angle O we can name as angle AOB, otherwise BOA. BOA is anti-clockwise direction. Like this it is coming. Understand? If like this it is coming, that is anti-clockwise direction. If in this direction it is going, that is clockwise direction. How the hands of the clocks are moving? See, hands of the clocks are moving here to here. So if like this it is moving, it is clockwise direction. Clockwise. When in opposite direction, for suppose like this it is coming. So it is anti-clockwise direction. So for any angle, we can name the angles in two ways, clockwise direction and anti-clockwise direction. Otherwise, simply with that letter. So suppose I am showing one of the angles like this. P, Q, R. So in this figure, which one measures the angle? So ray QP and QR meeting at Q. So at Q they are forming the angle. Understand? So how to name that angle? Angle Q simply. Otherwise, angle Q compulsory in middle only. Because that only the angle no. So whatever angle is there, that should be, we must place in middle. PQR. And angle RQP. RQP is clockwise direction, PQR is anti-clockwise direction. That's all. So don't confuse. Whatever angle is there, first mention that, and remaining whatever adjacent points are there for that angle, write by interchanging them. PR I wrote first and next RP I have written. That's all. Okay. That is about how to name the angles. And what are the different terms of that angle we will see. So here it is very clear that Q is the angle, so angle Q we are writing. And now what we are calling these two rays for this angle Q? QP and QR. To form any angle compulsory we need two sides. So QP is one of the side and QR is another side. So here sides of angle Q are two sides must be there for every angle, two sides. First one is QP, ray QP and ray QR. QP, QR. Whatever angle is there with the remaining points. P, QP, QR. That's it. Understand? And next, these are also called as QP, QR are also called as arms of the angle Q. Arms of the angle Q. So remember this, whenever any figure is given, if they are asking to identify what is the angle in that figure and what are the different sides of an angle. So now for another example, I will show you. Like this, I have one angle. So here A, B, C. Okay. Now which one is the angle in this figure? In this figure, angle B. So this is the indication because these two rays are meeting at B. So B is the required angle. First of all, what is the angle in that? Angle is angle B, and we can name it as in two ways. So that is clockwise direction is like this, no, clockwise direction. So that is ABC, angle ABC, which is nothing but B is the middle one. So ABC, then CBA, that's it. CBA, and arms of the angle are sides of the angle. Arms are sides of angle B are B, whatever B angle is there, from that what are the rays are formed? BA, BC. BA and BC are the two arms of the angle. And what is the vertex in this? Vertex means where two rays are meeting at B. Whatever angle is there, that only the vertex. Vertex of that angle is equal to B. Point, common point. Understood? So like this, we must name the angles whenever picture is given. For suppose they are not mentioned, only directly angle given. That is angle PQR given. Now in this, which one refers the angle? That is nothing but which is there in the middle value. Yes or no? That means angle Q is the angle. Now what are the vertex? What is the vertex? Angle, vertex and arms will write. Angle is Q, angle Q. Because angle is there, so I am using the angle symbol. And vertex is nothing but point Q. Vertex means point. And arms of that angle. So Q is the angle. From Q only we will get the ray QP and ray QR. So that is QP and QR are the arms or sides of the angle PQR. Understood? Now coming to the exercise problem. Sorry, interior, exterior, like that we will see once. Consider this example. PQR. And here some of the points are mentioned on that. That is point S, point Y, point X, and point Z. Okay, observe this picture. They are given this question and now they are asking us to write the interior points, exterior points and boundary points of this angle PQR. So here it is very clear that the angle formed is angle PQR. So interior points of angle PQR. How we need to decide which one is interior? So angle PQR. PQR means this angle only, yes or no? If they are given PQR, like this also we can take. But now interior, for these two sides we are checking. These two arms, which are inside of rays QR and QP. Which points are interior? That one we must write. So between these two places, between these two rays, which point is lying? Only point X. So interior point of angle PQR is equal to point X. Now only one point is there. That's why point only I have written. Now observe boundary points. Boundary points of angle PQR. So actually without PQR we can't get the angle. So PQR boundary itself, but we will not write that. We accept that the points. Which points are there? Point S is on the boundary. So point S. That's all. Only one point is there. Now exterior, what are there? Out of a PQR, angle PQR. Point Y and point Z. So exterior points of angle PQR are point Y, point Z. This is about different terms and how to decide whether the interior points and exterior points and boundary points of the given angle. Okay, now coming to the exercise question. Exercise 4.3, depending on angles given. Exercise 1, depending on line segment rate, the topic given. And 2 is on curves, simple curves, closed curves, on that topic they are given. Now exercise 3 is on angles. 4.3. So my first question is, name the angles, vertex and arms of the angles from the figure. So my angle is A, B, C, D, and here every side is given by O. Angle, vertex, arms. Okay, observe, I have written 4 only. Just observe in this figure how many angles are forming. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4. So that's why I have used 4. So here, what are those 4 angles are they? Angles are forming. Observe, to form any one angle, we need 2 rays. That is, observe this side now. First I am using the letters A, B. So, A, O, B. My first angle name is AOB. Angle AOB, otherwise BOA. Any side we can write, no problem. And what is the vertex here? Where it is, where the angle is forming? At O only, no? So that is point O. Now, what are the arms of that angle? See, observe here, angle AOB I have written. Angle AOB means angle is forming at O. So, opposite directions, take OA, OB. OA, OB are the 2 arms of the angle O. That's all. Whatever angle is there with that letter, write the remaining 2 letters. Start with that letter only, OA and OB. In the same way, coming to the next letters, AB I have used now. Use B and C. So next angle will be BOC. Angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4. Now my second angle is BOC. What is the vertex here? Again, at O only OB and OC are meeting, so O is the vertex. And what are the angle BOC I have written? No? OB, OC. OB, OC. Okay. Next, try to write the remaining third angle here. What we will get? COD. Here letter O is common for all sides. Understand, midpoint is O. So COD. Angle COD is my third angle. So in this COD, what is the vertex? Middle point O only, no? So vertex is O. Now what are the arms? OC, OD. OC and this side OD. OC, OD. And last angle, which one is that? DOA. Otherwise, angle AOD also we can write, no problem. AOD, DOA, both are same. DOA. Now, what is the vertex O only? What are the arms? OD, OA. Okay. So suppose So now I hope you understood this well. See, for suppose if I am giving another question, name the angles, vertex and arms of the angles from the figure. For suppose if I have given the figure like this. P, Q, R, S, and they are meeting at L. Okay. Now how many angles are forming? Again, 4 angles. That is first angle. Why? Because PQ. Okay. PQ first angle. QR at Q with the arms QL and RL 2 second angle. Third angle, fourth angle. Total 4 angles are forming. And my first I am writing what are the different angles are forming in this figure. Okay. What are the different angles? Total 4 angles are there. So name them. First angle is P. Where are they meeting at? L. PLQ. Angle PLQ is my first angle. If I am simply writing angle L we will get in QLR also and RLS also like that. Anywhere L only the common angle. So whenever one angle is divided into several parts, here angle L is divided into 4 parts. In that case, don't write angle L. Understand? Simply don't write angle L. We have to use this clockwise direction notation or anti-clockwise direction notation. Compulsory. Okay. Now for suppose I have two angles at O. Here A, B, C. Angle O if we are writing, but that angle O is divided into 2 parts. Which angle we have to consider? For that sake we have AOB and COB. COB means this one angle COB and this side is angle AOB. Understand? So don't confuse. Whenever at one point you are getting several angles, then compulsory we have to name by clockwise rotation or anti-clockwise. So we can write PLQ, otherwise QLP, no problem. QLP also we can write. Next, another angle. First angle is this one. Second angle is QLR. Angle QLR. Observe here also angle L only, but arms are different. Means this is different angle, that one is different. And third angle RLS. Angle RLS, otherwise SLR. Next, SLP. Angle SLP. These are the 4 angles which are formed in this figure. Now, what is the vertex for those angles? Here L only, here also middle number L only, here also middle point L only, here also L itself. Point L is the vertex for all the given 4 angles. That's why we can't name directly angle L. Now next, arms of that angles. Arms of all those 4 angles. First angle is angle PLQ I am telling. So L is the middle value. LP, LQ. LP, LQ. Are the first pair, first sides of the first angle. And for second angle, what are the sides? LQ, LR. And for third angle, now observe here what are the sides of this angle? L, that is LR and LS. And for this LS, LP. Okay, I hope you understood now. Whatever angle they are given, first we need to identify how that angle is named and what is the vertex of that angle and how to decide their sides or arms of the angle. So not only arms, they are called as sides of the angle also. For every angle, there are 2 sides for that angle. And second question. Name the angles formed in the figure. Name the angles formed in the figure. And figure is given like this. A, B, C, D. So to form any angle, compulsory we must two sides. We must need two sides. So at A, two sides. B also meeting corner. C at C one of the corner is forming, and at D also one of the corner is forming. That's why four angles are there in that picture. Now observe here. At A is divided into only one part, means simply we can write as angle A, angle B, angle C, angle D. But we know how to name the angles, so use that method only. So for name the angles formed in the figure, first I want to write angle A. Angle A, that is equal to, for A what are the adjacent points? Adjacent means beside. For A, C is opposite, so adjacent is D and B. That means angle DAB, otherwise angle BAD. A is middle value and adjacent points are B and D. So first BD I have DB written and then DD. That's all. Whatever angle is there, for that what are the adjacent points identify. D is adjacent point and D is adjacent point, 2 points. Now how to name that angle? Either DAB, otherwise BAD, no problem. So that's all. Okay. And next angle B. Angle B also how we can able to name? So here I am writing this. Simply in this figure we have angle A, angle B, angle C, angle D. But in some cases we will get difficult if we are using only one letter. For that sake, to indicate the angle we can use three letters. By using clockwise rotation and anti-clockwise rotation, we can represent the angles. Now, so for I want to name angle A by using the three letters. In that case, what are the adjacent points of angle A? I must find first. So for A, D and B are beside points are adjacent points. So B and D, that means we can write A as BAD is one of the one notation. And now, as I told you, whatever angle we are writing, that should be in middle. Remaining letters interchange, that is DAB. BAD, DAB, both are equal to angle A. And coming to angle B, same apply. So B, what are the adjacent points? A and C. So angle ABC, otherwise CBA. B is my middle angle. For B, adjacent points are A and C. ABC. Otherwise, angle, interchange these letters. CBA. Okay. Just interchange these letters here. Now, C. For C, what are the adjacent points? B, D. So, angle BCD. Otherwise, C is my middle angle. BCD, otherwise DCB. BCD, otherwise DCB, any side. BCD, DCB, C only angle. And coming to D, CDA, ADC. CDA, otherwise ADC. For D, adjacent points are A and C. So just observe this while we are writing. BAD, angle BAD is my first angle. To write A, I have used the last letter C. In other way, simple. What is the last letter? D. So start DAB is my first angle. Now second letter onwards start. AB and what is the third letter? C. Angle ABC. Now again from here onwards. Angle BCD. Again here onwards. Angle CDA. Finished. Total 4 angles. Okay. Like this also we can write simply. Now third question. Mark the points in the figure. Mark the points in the figure which satisfy all the three conditions. All the three conditions. And here my first condition is A comma B in the interior of A comma B in the interior of angle DOF. And second condition is A comma C in the exterior of angle EOF. And third condition, B is on angle DOE. And the figure is given like this. O DEF DEF. So this is the given figure. We need to place the points A, B, C by observing the conditions. So observe the question first of all. Mark the points in the figure. We need to write the points. Till now, when they are given the points, we are listing interior, exterior, and boundary points, which are those. But here the condition is they are given the figure. We need to place as per the conditions. Okay. Till now, they are given the points in the figure. Points ichcharu. Figure lo points ichi అందులో interior points enti, exterior points enti అవి రాయమన్నారు. కానీ ఇక్కడ కండిషన్స్ ఇచ్చి మనం రాయాలి అవి పాయింట్స్ మనం ప్లేస్ చేయాలి ఇంటీరియర్ లో, ఎక్స్టీరియర్ లో అండ్ బౌండరీ లో. Okay. Now, which satisfy all the three conditions. What is my first condition? Observe. A, B, C points I need to locate here in this picture. I need to place those points A, B, C according to this condition. A, B in the interior of angle DOF. What is the interior of angle DOF? Identify first. DOF. Interior telling no means complete this portion will come for interior of angle DOF. That means A and B are inside of this place completely. Complete place. DOF. This place is interior of angle DOF. Now A and B are placing here only. Now next, A and C in the exterior of angle EOF. EOF. Interior is this one. For angle EOF. What is the exterior? EOD only, no? They are given the condition. A and B are interior of angle DOF, means they are placing here only A and B. And AC in the exterior of angle EOF. A and C are exterior of EOF, means here nor there. Exterior means out of EOF. Out of EOF means here they will come A and C. B is on angle DOE. Angle DOE is this one. B is on angle DOE. That's all. Okay. A and C are exterior of angle E. A, B are lying between AOF, angle DOF, sorry. A and B are observe. Now observe the conditions. Whatever I have placed, we will check correct or not. AB in the interior of angle DOF. AB అనేవి ఇంటీరియర్ లో ఉండాలి, అంటే లోపల ఉండాలి యాంగిల్ DOF కి. సో ఇక్కడ యాంగిల్ DOF ఇది. AB లోపలే ఉండాలి. AB లో ఇంటీరియర్ లోనే ఉన్నాయి కదా DOF. సెకండ్ కండిషన్ ఏంటి? AC ఇన్ ద ఎక్స్టీరియర్ ఆఫ్ యాంగిల్ EOF. ఎక్స్టీరియర్ ఆఫ్ EOF. ఎక్స్టీరియర్ అంటే అవుట్ సైడ్ కాబట్టి EOF ఇక్కడ ప్లేస్ చేయకూడదు, ఆ పాయింట్స్ ఇక్కడ ప్లేస్ చేయాలి AC. ఓకే. తర్వాత B is on angle DOE అంటే బౌండరీ ఆన్ అన్నారు కాబట్టి బౌండరీ DOE కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ B పెట్టేసాం. అండర్స్టాండ్? సో దేర్ ఇస్ దిస్ పాయింట్ B is on angle DOE. That means there is no angle between interior of angle EOF. Understood? So once again I am telling, they are asking to place the points ABC according to the given conditions, either interior or exterior or boundary. Now it is very clear that B is an angle DOE. So B is an angle DOE anywhere, either here or here. Any one of the arm you can place B, point B. And second condition, AC is the exterior of angle EOF. EOF. AC is exterior of EOF. So A and C are here. And AB in the interior of angle DOF. So in AC exterior means here also we can place AC. But they are given one more condition, that should be interior of DOF only, means inside this place only, not outside. Understand? Now coming to the last question. Mark the angles formed in the figure. Mark the angles formed in the figure. First one is okay, observe these questions now. Figures. So my first figure is having the common point. Whenever I have the corners, then only I will get the angle. So here I am getting one angle and this side also, no problem. But so how, just mark the angles they said. So here this is the angle. Now coming to second figure, are they meeting at anywhere? No, because they are not intersecting, they can't form an angle. Even coming to fourth question also, second and fourth are not meeting at anywhere. So these two are not forming the angles. What is the condition? Understand? Whenever intersecting points are there, then only we will get the angles. So first figure here they are meeting, so they are forming angles. But coming to second and fourth, they are not at all intersecting, so that's why they are not having any angles. Coming to third one, wherever points are there, identify first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We will write the angles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not only this, observe this point is having divided into three parts. Observe this side, 1, 2, 3. Even this one also is an angle only at between these two sides. So here 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this we will get the angles. Observe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Total 25 angles are there in this picture. Okay, at this one point, because just now we are named like this, whenever X forming 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 angles are forming. Like that, how many points are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 4 is 20. 20 angles are forming with those 5 points. And 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Remaining angles. Okay, once again I am telling this. Whenever corners are there, then only they can form the angles. So when I have like this, I am getting total 4 angles at this one intersecting point. Now my picture is given like this. So here, how many intersecting points are there? First identify 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here only one angles are forming. Okay, but coming to this point, sir, here these two lines completely there. So like X only, means 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that, how many points we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for these 5 points, each point is forming 4 angles. 5 4 the 20. Total here 20 angles are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Total 5 points. Each point is making 4 angles. That means 5 4 the 20 angles. And these 5 separate angles. 20 plus 5 is equal to 25 angles. Or suppose my figure is like this. In this case, I want to list the angles. Now observe here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 independent angles. Only one angle. Total 6 angles are there. Now, what are the points? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At this point, it is forming like this. Means 1, 2, 3, 4. That means every point will make 4 angles here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total 6 points are forming 4 angles. That means 6 4s are 24. So 24 plus 6 is equal to 30. Total angles are 30. If you have any doubt, count now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Understood? So this is the way of writing the angles in different ways, and what are the different parts of the angles we have discussed now. Now we will revise once about polygons. So I hope you understood angles, where we are forming the angles, where we are getting the angles, wherever corners are forming. For suppose, observe these 2 fingers. Here one corner is there. So between the 2 fingers, we are getting angles. So we will get the question like, give examples where we are getting the angles. So for that we can decide, we can tell about between the door and wall, angle is forming, and between the pages of the book, angles are forming, between the wings of the fan, angles are forming, between the fingers of hand, angles are forming, and next so many examples are there. So where corners are there, wherever corners we are getting, there we are getting the angles. So to write the angles, we have different types of naming, clockwise and anti-clockwise. Two ways we can name any angle, clockwise direction and anti-clockwise direction. So how to denote that I have explained. And we need to identify what is the vertex and what are the different 2 sides of that angle or 2 arms of that angle. This is very, very important. And how to name interior points for the given angle, exterior points, boundary points, all those are given. Now coming to the polygons one. So in last class we have discussed about polygons. What is meant by a polygon? Compulsory it is a closed figure. Yes, closed figure. Is this a polygon? No, because it is not made up of straight lines. So a closed figure which is made up of straight lines. If I am using only 2 rays, so it is open figure. Open figure can't form a polygon. A closed figure which is made up of straight lines is known as a polygon. Minimum number of sides required to form a polygon is 3. With 2 line segments, we can't form a polygon. So minimum number of sides of a polygon is equal to 3. Three-sided polygon. A closed figure made up of 3 line segments is known as a triangle. And a closed figure made up of with 4 line segments is known as a quadrilateral. So next we are going to learn about triangle and quadrilateral. What is the definition of a triangle? When if the closed figure formed by 3 line segments is known as a triangle, otherwise three-sided polygon is known as a triangle. I have given the namings also. When 3 sides are there for a polygon, it is known as triangle. 4 sides are there quadrilateral, 5 sides pentagon, 6 sides hexagon, 7 sides septagon, 8 sides octagon, 9 sides nanogon, 10 sides decagon. All those we have discussed in the last class. So now here particularly we are discussing about triangle and quadrilateral. After that about circle, different terms of the circle we are going to learn. Okay. So till now we have studied about what is a line segment, ray and point. What are the different properties of all those? Secondly, we have studied about curves. In that, open curves, closed curves, simple curves, interior, exterior and boundary of the figure. And next, polygons, regular polygons. Now we are going to learn, after that, angles. Now we are going to learn about 2 different types of polygons, that is triangle and quadrilateral. After that, we will discuss about circle. So these are the 3 topics remaining to discuss in this chapter. So first suppose triangle. What is the definition of a triangle? It is a simple closed figure. It is a closed figure made up of 3 line segments. 3 line segments are a 3-sided polygon. A 3-sided polygon is known as a triangle. Okay, we will discuss completely about triangle now. Till now, angle means when 2 arms are meeting at one point, angle is formed. For triangle, 3 line segments are there, no? Means 3 line segments are meeting. See, A, B is one of the line segment. BC is another line segment. CA is a third line segment. 3 line segments are meeting to form the triangle. That means at A, one angle is forming, at B, at C. So triangle have 3 line segments. Those are termed as 3 sides. And it is having 3 angles. And next it is having 3 vertices. With the 3 points only we can form a triangle. So about this topic we will discuss now. First of all, what is the definition of a triangle? A 3-sided polygon is known as a triangle. Otherwise, it is a closed figure made up of 3 line segments. And for a triangle, any triangle I am using now. Like this, I have used one of the triangle. To draw particular triangle, compulsory I must have 3 points. So those 3 points are known as a triangle has firstly 3 points. Points, how what we are calling vertex. Point is nothing but vertex. So how many points are there here? Three points. When we are telling vertex means only 1 point. Plural form of vertex is vertices. So 3 points are there. So those are nothing but it is having 3 vertices. Okay. Secondly, it is having 3 angles. Angle P, angle Q, angle R. So it is having 3 angles. And lastly, it is having 3 line segments, PQ, QR, RP. 3 sides. So it is very clear that a triangle must have 3 vertices, 3 angles, 3 sides. How to name those different parts of the triangle? First of all, I am naming 3 vertices. So what are the 3 vertices in this figure? Vertices are nothing but points. Point P, that is vertex P, vertex Q, vertex R are the 3 vertices. And secondly, 3 angles. What are those 3 angles? Simply angle P, angle Q, angle R, like that we must say. But we have to give the name. So as I told you, it is triangle PQR. Yes or no? Okay, triangle PQR. What is the last letter? R. R onwards start. That is angle R, like this. Rotate. R, PQ is my first angle. Next angle start with PQ. PQR. Next angle will be Q onwards start. That is QRP. PQR. R, PQ. RPQ. Next PQR. Next QRP. That's all. So 3 letters is now just observe angle P, angle Q, angle R. 3 angles we got. So in other directions also we can use, that is QPR, RQP and PRQ. Like this also we can write. Next, thirdly, line segments. 3 sides of the triangle. Those are sides are nothing but line segments only. What are those line segments formed in this triangle? PQ, QR and RP. PQ, QR, RP. This is the way to write their vertices, angles and sides of the triangle. And next, it is denoted symbolically, triangle PQR, like this. Triangle PQR having the 3 vertices PQR and having 3 angles, simply angle P, angle Q, angle R, but we have to name for that started with last letter, that is RPQ, next PQR, next QRP. RPQ. Now for writing the second one, use these 2 letters first, PQR, again QRP. That's all, very simple. So like that we will get the 3 angles. After that, the sides are nothing but line segments. Which line segments we are using here? PQ, QR, RP. That's all. Now for suppose I have given another triangle. Triangle LMN. So it is symbolically written as triangle LMN. We have to denote in this way to write the triangle. Okay. In triangle LMN, first the vertices are. What are the vertices? Check now. LMN. That's all. Vertex L, vertex M, vertex N. And secondly, vertices. After that, angles. The angles are. So as I told you, from last letter onwards start. NLM. Angle NLM is my first angle. And second, for writing the second angle, already you have written first angle. So from this second letter onwards to start, that is angle LMN. Next, thirdly, here onwards use, that is MNL. Now observe the pattern. Angle L, angle M, angle N. Understood? So simply we'll get that. Angle L, last letter onwards right, NLM. Once you have listed first angle, then second letter onwards use, that is LMN. Next, MNL. These are the three angles formed in this figure. Okay. Now coming to the third one, the sides are. What are the three sides of the triangle? Okay. What are those three? Just observe here. With L first, LM, next MN, NL. LM, MN and NL. These are the three sides of the triangle LMN. So this is about how to name the vertices, how to write the angles, how to write the sides of the triangle. And here some more topics we have. We need to find out opposite. For suppose take point L. Okay. For this, what is this one? We will call it as a line segment of side. Yes or no? Side. So for point vertex L, MN is the opposite side. MN is the opposite side. And for M, LN is the opposite side. At N, LM is the opposite side. It is triangle LMN. If I am asking, what is the opposite side of L? Remaining letters, what are the remaining letters? MN. So side MN is opposite to angle L or vertex L. Understand? So these also we will list now. Tomorrow we will continue this topic, triangles and quadrilateral. In tomorrow's class we will discuss completely.